You in the car, get out. And everybody come around to the back of the vehicle. It's all right. Who are you?
George Freeman, sir. This here is my nephew, Atticus, and his friend, Letitia.
Where y'all from?
Chicago, sir.
You're a long way from home.
Oh, we're just passing through, taking a little bathroom break, sir, is all.
Any of you all know what a sundown town is?
Yes, sir, we do.
Well, this is a sundown county. If I had found you pissing in my woods like animals after dark, it would have been my sworn duty to hang every single one of you from them trees.
It's not sundown yet.
Sunset is at 7:09 today. That's 7 minutes from now.
Then we'll be out of the county in 6.
Now, that's impossible heading south on the road you're currently on, unless you were to speed. And if you were to speed, I'd have to pull you over.
Then we'll head north.
That might work. Why don't you give it a try?
We will, sir.
Is it legal to make a U-turn here?
Aren't you a smart one? Now, ordinarily, I would consider a U-turn a violation. But if you ask me real nice, I might just let it go this time. Please. Oh, you can do better than that. Say, pretty please, will you let this smart nigger make a U-turn here?
Pretty please, will you let this smart nigga make a U-turn here?
All right. Just this one time, since you asked so nicely.
A lot of people are sending me videos about all the black truck drivers that are coming up missing in the South, and this is what I have to say about that. So if you're a truck driver or you're just traveling through the states, especially down south, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and so forth, you need to make yourself aware of what a sundown town is. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, a sundown town is a town that is normally somewhere in the South, where if you black like me, you are not allowed to be outside when the sun goes down. So if you get caught slipping in a sundown town, you could get lynched. They will put you in jail under a name that is not yours, so your family can't find you. Some people just come up missing. Some people are found dead. And these are people that are not like us. Not necessarily the KKK, but they got their own little cliques, and they get away with that stuff. Now, sometimes, and I mean sometimes, you may run into a police officer that will escort you through the sundown town, but that's if he's not one of them. So if you are a truck driver or you're just passing through, I highly advise you to Google the state that you're going through, find out where the sundown towns are. Avoid them if possible. If not, make sure your gas tank is on full. Have you something in the car. If you can't carry a gun, you better get a couple knives, a set of brass knuckles, a bat, a taser, some mace, maybe all of them. Because if you have to pull over or if somebody pulls you over, at least you'll be able to protect yourself.
You know, this is a sundown town. We don't serve dark. Well, you people can't even be in this part of town after dark.
There's no other place open, and I need to eat. I won't stay. I just need a hot coffee and a hamburger, and I'll take it to go. Please.
Well, the coffee will be hot, but the hamburger's going to be cold, and you got to pay first.
How much?
60 cents. You know, I could lose my job. They could shut this diner down.
You can keep the change. I'll be gone as soon as the food's ready. Don't have a bathroom?
There's one for the help out back.
Never seen anything like that. He fell right on his face.
That was old Curtis. He laid in the ditch with his pants off. That ain't the first time we found him like that.
Bobby? Mayor? What are you guys doing this late? You know, we're about to close.
Keeping the town safe. 2 coffees. Listen, you gotta get your pants on. You cannot.
Imagine running out of gas in a sundown town and you don't even know you're in a sundown town. Story time. For those of y'all who don't know what a sundown town is, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of background real quick. Sundown towns are towns that are majority white. They didn't start off that way, let's be clear. But black and brown people are not safe, not wanted, and not seen in sundown towns. On the lower end of the spectrum, they're not going to serve you, they're not going to acknowledge you, and you're going to get a lot of racial slurs and discrimination, especially at night. On the extreme high other end of the spectrum, you go out there and you don't make it back home. They exist all over the United States. They just don't like to talk about it. Oh yeah, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. You'll find a lot of these towns in like the outskirts of whatever city you're living in. You may drive through these cities when you're doing road trips and you don't even know that it's a sundown town, but it is. So that brings me to my story. But me and a friend of mine, we were both dancers at the time, and she decides that she wants me to come and tag along with her at this private party. Now, if you've been following me for a minute, even before I started posting story times, I don't play about my money, okay? This was another one of those situations where, because it was her play, I let her handle the logistics of where we were gonna be, the deposit, how much we were gonna get paid at the party, you know, stuff like that. I can't pinpoint exactly where we were because it was so long ago, but I know that we were in the middle of Tallahassee and Georgia. Like, we were on that line. It took us at least an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, give or take, to actually get to this party. Now, usually when we would do private parties, especially if it's something that I'm putting together, I have everything to a T. So we had been planning for this trip maybe for 4 days. We already knew that we were going to go out there. She had already had the location. Now, granted, it was far. But sometimes when we do private parties, they are on the outskirts, so that's not normal, you know? So we're now on the way to this event. We basically chopping it up with each other. We probably gonna stay about an hour if they not throwing no money. You know, the little, you know. We ended up leaving this side around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Because we knew we wanted to get to the party at least by 11. That gets everybody time to get there. Our investor had a club out there, so everything was pretty much taken care of, and we were expecting at least 50 to 100 people to be at this club. Upon us getting there, y'all, it looks like nobody's there yet. Like, we getting dressed. We like, okay, maybe, you know, we on CP time, so we know they're gonna be a little bit late. We just getting ourselves together and hoping that when we go out there, our crowd is there. I should have known something though, because this man didn't even have nowhere for us to get dressed and get ready. We had to get ready in his house. Basically, he had like a little hut, almost like a tiny home right next to the club. And the fact that we done got here is damn near 11 o'clock and it's not no people here yet. Like, y'all not even pre-gaming. That was definitely a red flag. And I already know what y'all thinking. You didn't see the scenery when y'all were on the way? No, because I was asleep. The plan was for her to drive there, I would drive back. We finally get dressed. We see people knocking on the door, trying to see us, whatnot. Y'all go inside the club. And we basically delegating to him that he needs to get them together in the club so we could just go out and do our thing. When we walked out of the little house that he had, into the club, y'all, it was nobody in there. It was probably about 5, maybe 6 people in there. Very janky, like they didn't have anything together. No drinks, no food. We came with the ones, but it was just like, what is this? And then he started telling us, yeah, we can't have the music too loud. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. And I'm thinking, okay, that's normal. You know, we are kind of in the outskirts. I understand. But now that I think about it, I think he told us that for a whole totally different reason. So we get to dancing and everything, even though it's not that many people there. We like, let's just go ahead and start. And then when people start pulling up, they see what time it is. And they just start adding more fuel to the fire, more funds. Y'all, the little people that was there who was throwing money, they throwing like $10, $20 out of their pocket. Like, it's some BS, I ain't gonna lie. And then it's so janky that they starting to pick up the money that they're throwing, y'all. And now we done got into it with these people because what are you doing? That's not stripper etiquette. What are you doing? Like literally picking the money up that they're throwing off of the floor, trying to throw it back on us, or just put it in a pocket. Once we started seeing that and we done got into it with these people, we finna go. Because at this point, like, we already by ourselves. We don't have no security. This man is not even advocating for us, and this is his fucking event. And I'm telling her, like, this will never be done again, because I would never, you know, she was always the type that tried to one-up me, but you can never. And that's what that situation was about. Like, I would never have us in no janky ass shit like this. So we basically pick up the little scrubs and we get the hell on. Now, y'all remember I told y'all the whole ride there, I'm asleep, because it's an hour and a half. I'm asleep the whole ride. Y'all, we finally get in the car after cussing this man out, get all of our stuff, and we heading back. Now, we probably about 20 minutes into the ride, and I look down and I'm like, this girl didn't put no fucking gas in my car. None. And at this time, my car was still kind of brand new. I didn't know everything about my car. I have a hybrid. So I'm thinking like, maybe it'll run off of, now that I'm running out of gas, because I don't have nothing on my gas. Maybe it'll run off of, you know, the hybrid side. Wrong. Y'all, we ended up running out of gas, breaking down at this little gas station. That was the best part about it. Now, we in the middle of nowhere at this point. Like, we can tell we are in a little city, but I don't know where. And it's like abandoned. Like, I'm so scared at this point. I'm looking around paranoid. We get to the door, y'all. The door is closed. It's locked. The shit ain't even it ain't even open yet. I don't know no gas stations that ain't open. You know, it was late. It probably was about 1 o'clock at this point. But some gas stations be open. Y'all, we went to the door. Do y'all know that these people didn't even open until 6 o'clock? Yeah, that's right. So we had to sit there and wait on somebody to get there. Whole time I got my little pew-pew with me, which I take with me everywhere. But I'm scared. I'm paranoid. I don't know where I am. My car is running out of gas. I mean, it's done at this point. And all I have is me, this stupid girl that didn't put no gas in my car. And I'm thinking, I'm praying so hard. Like, God, please, please, please don't let nobody come up and try to be weird with us. And I'm not even thinking Sundown Town. I'm thinking, I don't want nobody to try to harm us. I don't want nobody to try to take us. You know what I mean? Like, not even thinking about no Sundown Town at all. She falling asleep and whatnot. I cannot sleep because, listen, this is uncomfortable for me. So I'm telling her, you need to wake up. Y'all, we have been sitting out there for 3 hours. Now, they said they didn't open until 6, but somebody did eventually come around 4. When the lady get there, she's looking around. She's a white lady, like a hillbilly type. She's looking around. She kind of like trying to figure out, why is this car sitting there? So, y'all, we finally go in the store. We shop around, basically getting some snacks and stuff for the road. And now we getting ready to walk up to her. While we're checking out, she's like, what are you ladies doing around these parts? We let her know we had just came from an event. We're actually just passing through and we're on the way back home. This lady looked us, and me specifically, dead in my soul and said, now, I'm going to tell you girls, y'all are beautiful young ladies. And, you know, I know that you guys are just passing through, but do you know where you are? I said, to be honest, no, I don't know where we are. Where are we? And she said it just like this. Well, be honest with you girls. You're not safe here, and you're lucky that I'm the one who opened up the store today. I wasn't even gonna come in to work today, but I decided I needed some extra money. She also told us, like, listen, don't stop nowhere else. After this, y'all ladies go straight home, because I would hate to see something bad happen to y'all. And so that's it for me. You don't gotta tell me nothing else, girl. Thank you, bye. Here go this stupid girl. Well, what you mean? What you mean? What happened to us? She said, I don't mean to be rude, but they don't like your kind out here. Now, I'm not like them, but you might want to go head home, honey. Never the fuck again. Looking back on the situation, I'm so thankful and so blessed to still be here. That just shows how protected and covered I am. I'm definitely telling my story to spread awareness, because we have truck drivers, we have people that are just passing through that have no clue and no idea. Be vigilant, pay attention, be on your P's and Q's at all times, because you never know. If you have a crazy, spooky, unbelievable story that you want to tell, but you want to remain anonymous, feel free to DM me, because I am now taking submissions, and I will see y'all later.
I grew up in this little town called Ponca City, Oklahoma. And about 20 miles away was another little town called Blackwell. Years ago, back at the turn of the 20th century, they had a sign that said, "Don't let the sun set on you here." They used the N-word, and it was on a sign for the town. This was not a suggestion, it was a threat. People in that town were still bragging about their lack of black residents in the early 2000s. One man, reportedly from a museum, said, "Well, yeah, there's still no black folks here, thank God, but the Mexicans have found us." My town, Ponca City, didn't have a sign. It didn't need one. They used far subtler tactics. There were no black families in our neighborhood. Not in our schools, not at our store, not at our church. I don't remember meeting a single black person until I was 13 or 14 years old and we moved to New Orleans. I grew up during the civil rights era and we heard all the right things. We're all equal, judge people by the content of their character. And so I was absorbing these messages, but I never saw anyone treated equally because there were no black people there to treat equally. And that was not by accident. Some towns had signs. Others used sirens, actual alarms that went off at sunset to warn black people to leave. Some had police checkpoints, and they would stop drivers that didn't belong. Even towns without signs had rules, quiet rules. Ponca City kept itself white with silence. If you weren't white, you couldn't buy a house there. You couldn't get a job. You would never belong. Sure, there might be violence after sundown. We just didn't have a sign that announced it. There was just an absence and a culture that told white kids like me that the absence was normal. They just didn't want to live here. Gee, I wonder why not. But it wasn't normal. It was strategic, and it was white supremacy. We just couldn't see it because they weren't allowed to be there. I'm not an expert, I'm just an avid learner, and you can be one too. Join me. Get curious.
I'm going to show you the rest of the video, but let me give you some backstory as quickly as I can. Clyde, North Carolina, a young black man is delivering mulch to a landfill dump spot, okay? He gets there 45 minutes early. He parks by the gate. Employee comes and says, normally everybody parks up the road and waits, doesn't come this far down. He said, I'm sorry, I've never been here before. The guy said, no big deal. I'm going to open the gate. Don't come in until 6:30. The owner of the place's son comes shortly after and goes, no, you shouldn't have been down here. Now you got to go behind everyone who's arrived since you and wait in line behind them. He said, we say a few words about it, and then I follow the instructions and go back there. He's sitting back there waiting, and all of a sudden that same guy and 5 of his friends come rolling up. He has a pistol on his hip, and he starts yelling about, you took my phone. He said 30 to 40 minutes of him accusing him of taking his phone and demanding to search his truck before he finally says, fine, just search my truck. And the guy doesn't find the phone. Then his dad shows up. They check the cameras and go, okay, and let him go. He goes to dump his load, just like this is ridiculous. In the meantime, that guy apparently finds the phone, according to him, on the ground outside where his truck was. Like he couldn't have dropped it there? No, he assumes that he stole it and then had thrown it by the truck. So he comes flying up the hill with the same 5 guys again and starts threatening him. And then they get 2 bulldozers and flip over his trailer and tip his truck over on his side. That's not on video, but this other exchange is, and this is absolutely insane.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
You driving that truck?
Huh?
Go get in your truck and be a good witness.
No, I ain't driving that truck. I ain't driving that truck.
Get in your vehicle now. You're leaving. You're gone.
What happened?
You're gone.
Going where?
You're going out.
Who?
You.
For what?
For videoing.
What? For videoing, I'm going out. What is you talking about?
We're closing. I'm done. Yeah. No, I'm done with this. alone.
Let's goddamn go.
Leave me alone.
Get in your fucking
Leave
truck.
me alone. Leave me
Get in
alone.
your fucking truck and tell the cops to get
I'm
in.
leaving.
Now. Get me out the fucking phone. Let's go, bitch.
Let's go.
Get in the fucking truck.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the truck no more.
Don't get out of the truck no more?
Take you out
Yes,
short.
the sheriff's department's coming to get
Okay.
rid of you and your fucking mud.
Okay.
So stay in your truck
Yes, sir.
before something
Get
bad
in,
happens.
man.
Yes, sir.
Get in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do it now.
Yes, sir.
Take all your videos.
Yes, sir.
Understand what I'm saying? Shut your door, shut your mouth.
You're the sheriff? You're the sheriff, right?
Yes.
And you were trying to talk to me. Can I draw the
Yeah,
window
I'm
down?
done talking with you. Shut the door.
Can I draw the window down?
No, roll the window up, roll the other window down.
Hey, sir, you slammed the door on my dog. And that's all on recording.
I'm gonna put you in
That's
jail.
all on recording for slamming on the door.
I didn't slam it on
You
the
did
door.
that? Yes, you did.
You
Have it
had
on
a hold
recording.
door. Get in the door.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going down. This town going down. Yeah, this town going down.
That man had to believe he was about to record his own lynching. That was the energy that was there. That's what it felt like was going to happen. And the fact that he was able to walk away from that, he is exceptionally lucky. But that is unacceptable. He needs an attorney. This is Clyde, North Carolina again. That business, apparently it was the owner and his son that did all of that stuff. This is insane. Anyone who can help, I'm going to tag him on TikTok. Please reach out to him. But this is unacceptable, and I want to hear what law enforcement in the area is going to do about it.
There was a black truck driver that went to Clyde, North Carolina to go deliver some mulch. And little did he know that Clyde, North Carolina was a sundown city. He was not wanted in that city. Black people are hated at that city. The truck driver arrived early at 6:30. They told him they wasn't open yet, just for them to tell him get to the back of the line because he's black. Although that was no problem for him, he did end up getting to the back of the line. But then they started walking up on him, telling him that he should get the fuck away. He's not wanted there at all. His kind is not wanted there, and that they're going to physically harm him if he don't leave. They tell him to leave, but they don't allow him to leave. They get their work equipment, block him in the front, and block his truck in the back. Not only that, they proceed to flip his trailer on its side. The police pulled up, and the police does nothing about it. These sundown cities are real. The dispatcher that dispatched him to that specific city knew that black people are not wanted in that city. Why would y'all send a black man out there? They proceeded to even slam the door on his 2-month-old puppy leg. He has everything on camera, and they're sitting there denying it. Then not only that, they falsely accused him for taking their phone. They planted the phone in his truck just so they can make accusations with him. Everything is recorded. So if y'all don't mind, please watch this video through because I want to spread awareness for stuff like this. Us black people do not deserve to be treated like this. The man that closed the door on the puppy name is Michael Bunker. He is the safety manager for Wright Brothers Construction and TBD Dump as well. And the man that was yelling in the green shirt is Andrew Ferguson. We do not deserve to get treated like this. We should all be treated fair and equally. It's very distasteful to watch something like that happen to our own kind and to know that racism is still going on and is still allowed in these other cities.
So I'm started hearing all across my story that a lot of black truck drivers coming up missing. I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. Some of y'all are already doing it right now, but you need to make your way to get you one of these. I don't give a damn what the company say because the company ain't gonna be out there with you while you trying to make your money and while you staying overnight at these damn places. Go get you one of these right here. Put your extendo clip in that motherfucker, that whole 35, 40 rounds, because you don't know how many motherfuckers gonna be. Or get your damn chopper and put that something gun on the truck with you, man. Because guess what? The company ain't out there with you while you trying to make your money. They go on to the house and they in they goddamn bed. I ain't telling you what to do, but you better wake up and smell the coffee.
Hey, you guys, you know it just dawned on me, like just now, while the sun is setting. You know those sundown towns where they say that black people after dark can't come around because it's literally the law that's they are allowed to basically do whatever they want to you, in a sense, like make you go missing and shit like that. Yo, who is it that enforces laws? Like, for that law to be passed in certain places, who set that law in motion? And who would be the ones to enforce law? Wouldn't that be law enforcement? So if you think about it, the same people that potentially serve and protect could potentially be the same people enforcing the laws on the Sundown town, and it could be them which are the reason why some of these people are going missing in these towns.
Listen, if you are a black truck driver in America, I need you to listen up. There are places in America called sundown towns. I don't know if you know this, but it's an area where if you're caught there after sunset, after the sun goes down, you're either going to be severely injured or your life is going to be taken. The company that I used to work for called Warner Enterprises sent me there, and I believe they did this on purpose because I filed a racial discrimination complaint along with many other retaliation complaints. The first clue that I got is because my boss called me and told me to spend the night that night, and he has never told me to spend the night anywhere. And then when I got to the facility and tried to get unloaded, the white guy was like, hey, it's not a good idea for you to spend the night here or be here after sunset. He told me to leave. And then when I emailed Human Resources, you know what they told me? They told me I have other pressing matters to attend to. Basically, my life is not valuable to them. So if you ever visit Vincent, Virginia, just be careful. It's in an area known as the Devil's Bathtub, and they do not like black people. Google the history.
Yo, let me tell y'all as quickly as I can about my night in a sundown town. Excuse me. Yes, I said that correctly. A sundown town. 2022, a sundown town. For those who don't know what a sundown town is, look it up on Google. But anyway, so I get a load going to a particular city in Texas, and I'm like, okay, well, let me head on over here and drop this off. They're gonna pay me this much. That's perfect. I like that. It's a quick 200 miles, make it quick. You know, whatever the amount was, great, cool. I get there and I look at the exit. I'm like, wait a minute. It took me to exit 861A. For those who don't know, it's a place called Vidor, Texas, Vidor, Vidor. I'm like, uh-oh, I've heard stories. Like pretty much everybody I know in Texas that's black tells me, do not go to Vidor, Texas. I'm like, okay. Yet here I was in Vidor, Texas. My load didn't deliver until this morning. This is from the perspective of yesterday. Didn't deliver until tomorrow at 8. It was like 5:30. So I get to the place. I'm not giving names of companies or anything like that. But while I'm driving to the place, I see trailer parks. I see a bunch of Confederate flags. I saw a doll of a black man. It was just a doll wrapped in a Confederate flag hanging from a tree by its neck. That's the type of stuff I saw in Vidor, Texas, which led me to believe that the reputation was fairly earned. I get there. The security guard says, hey, we got a code red. The guy gets on the phone. Is like, hey, I can't. I don't want to be responsible for this guy's safety. Let me go ahead and find somebody because we stopped taking loads at 4 o'clock. But I'll get somebody over here from the other side of the plant. Tell them to hang on. So I hang on. I'm doing what I got to do. Finally, somebody comes by about 15 minutes later. The guy said, let me hurry up and get you unloaded. He quickly gets me unloaded. And they said, dude, you might want to get up out of here as soon as possible. We're at sundown. You want to leave here now. Don't stop until you at least get to Beaumont. I was like, okay. He was like, no, seriously, I said, well, what about the police? Why aren't the police there? Police turned a blind eye. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what you said. He said, yeah, man, I don't want to see you getting in any trouble. So I went ahead and I took off, headed to Beaumont. I went to the Petro in Beaumont, slept there, and I had my my Armalite rifle 15 with me. Slept with a couple of extra magazines. But